I do. Yeah. And that's all I have to do, right? Well, that's how things break. All right, Carolyn, anything you want to work on?
No, just whole body as always works best for me.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Good to know. So we'll get in the neck and shoulders a bit. It is a new moon today, new moon in Taurus. It's also Earth Day and day 30 billion of quarantine. So, oh, yeah, riding the waves here emotionally, and so much hope and inspiration, and so much sadness and loss. Once again, we are really being invited into holding and flowing with all of it. And yay for our practices that help us have a strong center, that we may be able to flow with the rest of it with more steadiness. So this Taurus new moon is, as Taurus is, very much about the earth and embodiment. So what a great thing to practice yoga on Earth Day. Get into our bodies of earth and our connection to the planet and to the season, and to all the movement and change that is happening right now, to all the growth and healing that is happening. Good morning, Jamie. Good morning, David. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. So if you will, as we begin today, I invite you to bring a hand to your belly or your heart and one to the earth. And as we connect to earth here this morning, is bringing our awareness to that remembrance of our bodies as part of this earth. Our bodies made of this earth, nourished, healed, protected, supported, inspired by the beauty, the wonder, the abundance all around us. Remembering our bodies as part of earth designed to heal, to renew, to rejuvenate. And often part of healing is the revealing of the layers of things that need attention there, the sickness, the stagnancy, the things that sometimes we don't notice or take for granted as we move through the mundane. So here as animals return to our civilized places, and as skies and waters clear, as our views widen and brighten, what is it that we would see, that we see now, that we might want to bring with us forward into the future? What remembrance, what celebration, what possibility of the more beautiful world that we know is possible? What is our part in that? What can we do to see it, to name it, and to create bridges between the old normal and again, that more beautiful world that we're inspiring towards? And however that is for you, whether it's a little act, like this morning, I've been sprouting a bunch of things on the windowsill, as my Facebook posts show, like all those things that you could just throw away or put in water and they sprout. Wow. So sprouted a whole bunch of things, and today went out and put them in the ground. And just that act of getting dirty with the earth, of giving her thanks for the growth, the renewal, how we're shown and taught all the time how messy birth is, how the beauty of death is feeding the rebirthing, that beauty of letting go or the dissolution of one thing, how it turns into and feeds the next thing. So much wow, so much wonder to behold nature all around us, teaching us how life works, how to live, how to thrive, how to let go, how to reclaim our power, how to nourish ourselves, all the things. Thank you to this great planet. Thank you for the miracles of this body, feeling your heartbeat, your breath, your vibration, the aliveness of your body, the turning of your circulation, of your breath, the letting go, clearing of one to welcome the next. Thank you, body, for all of the miracles that you're attending to while most of our consciousness carries on with other things. May this pause today nourish us and awaken us to what's most important to us right now, to what seeds we would like to plant with this new moon, or sprouts we would like to plant. What new beginnings are we welcoming? Imagine into that. Feel the heart quality or energy of that, whatever visions you might have, even unformed. What is the above or the feeling state, the energy present with that? If you will, imagine into that, let it be like a blossom in your heart, lighting up with the sun of each breath. Holding that energy of that blossoming, or that vision of your yes, or a word or mantra that holds that energy for you. Let this be the thread upon the breath that guides you forward through your practice today. Let's touch the earth alongside of us, press down into the earth, use that rooting down to lift through the heart. As we press into earth here, remembering the bones of our ancestors beneath us, all the millions of miles of mycelia, the mushrooms, the fungi growing out of the old life and supporting the new life, miraculous webs of connection throughout the entire world. Let us give thanks to all those who walk this path with us through all time and space. Rippling our appreciations all the way back to India, to the Kashmiri Valley, to about 1200 or so years ago, to the written inception of many of these practices. And much longer than that for those who sat with their bodies upon the earth, sensing into their connections to the magic of the way that life moves and changes. May we fully embrace that wonder today. Follow your next inhale, if you will. Open the arms wide to the sides. gather up energetically. Let's bring the palms together and center and focus down to the crown of the head. Yes, sorry, I didn't do that fast enough. May we awaken to our oneness, our interconnectedness. Hands to third eye center. May we see clearly, knowing beyond words. Hands to the mouth. May we speak our truth. May we sing our songs. And hands to the heart. May we be present for whatever arises with our remembered steadiness, with our innate joyful ease of just being, life flowing in and out of form. And may all the efforts and energy of this practice be for the greatest good. May all beings benefit. May all beings be joyous and free and safe from harm. May we awaken together to our interconnectedness. May we find systems that heal and connect and create even more equanimity for all beings. Take pause to breathe into your intention, into your yes. And exhale and pour the breath out. Inhale your heart's yes, if you will. Join me. 3 ohms. And let's begin in child's pose today, if you will. Shake out your legs as needed. And then come back into folded legs. We'll come into child's pose. Press your hips back. Breathe that pressing back of your hips. Let's take a little movement before we come still in child's pose. Inhale and stretch it back as you exhale. Lift from the navel, hips way out to one side, chest forward of the hands, hips way out to the other side, and back to your heels, drawing big, big circles around the mat, washing out the hips and low back. And take your time. The next time you get to the back, pause. Inhale and stretch back. And then exhale, lift from the navel and switch directions. Big, big circles. And then press on back into child's pose for a pause. Press your hips back to your heels. Reach the arms out in front of you. Melt your heart towards the earth. Take pause and bow in. Big breaths here as you connect forehead to earth. Melt your heart down towards the earth, giving thanks for the beauty, the wonder, the magic, the abundance of this planet. And let's roll the palms up to the sky, thumbs open to your outsides. And breathe that rotation in your shoulders. Again, reach the heart towards the earth. Big breaths here. Breathe and imagine again into that sprouting, that blossoming of your intention, of your yes, of the creativity arising within you, the healing in your body, mind, in your life, in the world. And let's take a Brahmari or bees breath for that here, if you will. Exhale and empty. Inhale, back body, inhaling into your intention. walk the hands over to one side. Place the opposite hand on top of that hand and press crossbody. Relax your head. Let the neck be soft. Breathe into your side body there. Walk on through center, other side, as far over as you can, and then place that opposite hand on top and press into the hands. Pull the hips back, dip the tailbone down a bit, breathe into that open side body. Big breaths in the nose. And come on back to center. Turn your toes under, toe pads on the floor, and we'll come into rabbit. So hold your heels or your ankles, tuck the chin a whole lot, and come to the crown of the head. While holding the heels, lift the hips as high as you can and stretch out your spine. Stretch out between the shoulder blades. Bring your breath bright and full into your back body. Press into your head a bit like Tadasana for your neck. Make the neck strong, kind of rebounding off the earth by pressing into it a bit. Last breath here. Exhale, release your hips back to your heels and interlace the hands on your sacrum. Pull the palms together and up to the sky. Keep a tiny bend in the elbows so that they don't try to take that stretch for your shoulders. Feed the stretch up into your shoulders. Keep the toes curled under, pull back from your hands, lift from your navel as you roll on up to sit on your feet. Spread your toes out. Let's wake up our roots here. Inhale, stretch arms to the sky, and exhale, lion's breath. Really stretch the face, eyes and tongue away from each other as much as you can. Squeeze the breath out of the bottom tips of the lungs. 2 more. And then give your toes a little tap out there. Come on down to your forearms again and bring the palms together. Pardon me while I fix my mane. Get it out of the way. All right, so on the forearms, elbows as wide as the shoulders. Press strongly into the hands. Flat palms together. Push strongly into the palms. Feel how that press of the palms is going to help to widen the shoulders. Create a nice strong integrity there in the shoulders. Melt the heart down. Keep that press into earth and hug to center. Inhale, turn your toes under and lift up and back. Dolphin Dog. Stretch back in Dolphin Dog, long spine, strong core. Really pull back from the navel. Try to get your weight out of the arms. Relax your neck. Give the head a little nod or roll around. Soft jaw. Keep pressing into the palms. Inhale. As you exhale, lift from the navel, ripple forward, lower the knees down. Press your hips back to your heels and bend the elbows. Walk the elbows forward, prayer behind your head, and stretch through your triceps. Reach your heart to the earth. And big breaths here. Bee's breath, Brahmari if you'd like. Exhale, empty. Inhale behind the heart. Unwind the arms, walk them forward, and step the feet back. Come into Sphinx Pose. Elbows underneath the shoulders, hands directly out from the elbows. Pull on your hands and forearms, shoulders on the back. Push strongly into your pubic bone and sacrum. Feel how that rooting down is going to help you lift the spine, lift your navel. Drag your heart forward, lengthen through the spine in both directions. So long back of the neck. Be sure not to close the back of the neck out. Keep dragging shoulders back, shining heart forward, deep full breaths. Last big inhale here, turn your toes under, and as you exhale, lift from the navel. Come on up into forearm plank. Let's do 4 more of those. Inhale, lower down. Pull back with the forearm, long spine, lifting into cobra, not cobra, sphinx. And as you exhale, lift from the navel and power up. Dolphin plank. With your breath, 3 more. Inhale, open, find that edge, that fullness of breath. Pause in the fullness. Exhale, toes under, navel up. Pause in the emptiness, strong core. 2 more, let your breath lead. Come on back down and interlace your hands, palms together, elbows as wide as the shoulders. Turn the toes under, again lift from the navel and walk the feet in. We're not going to walk them quite in all the way this time, like towards Dolphin Dog all the way, but a long one so that we can shuttle. Inhale, pull back from the core, Dolphin Dog, and exhale, ripple forward from the navel, Dolphin Plank. And strong from the core, inhale and pull back. And exhale and ripple forward. Make sure to not let the hips drop out as you come forward. Keep the heart as soft as you can. Moving back between the arms at both ends of this. Moving with your breath. 5 more. Last 2. All the way down to the belly. Inhale, open up Sphinx. Drag yourself forward as you push into your sacrum, long spine. Exhale, lift the elbows, pull on the earth, and lengthen yourself down. Interlace the hands behind your head so the fingers clasp at the base of the skull and your thumbs trail down the neck. Again, strongly push into your pubic bone and sacrum and squeeze your legs together. Open the elbows wide to the sides so the shoulder blades move together on the back. And then press the head back into the hands, keeping the elbows wide. Lift your navel, lift your chest. That's your inhale. As you exhale, lower down. If you wanted to switch the breath, you could. You could inhale on your way down and exhale, lift from the navel and come up. Either way with the breath. Keep it going. Keep the back of the neck long. You are pressing back into your hand, but we're not closing the back of the neck. Three more. Next time you come up, hands under the shoulders, and just give the shoulders a little roll out and give the neck a little roll there. Soft jaw, maybe roll your mouth. And then scoop the shoulder blades down the back, pull the elbows back, lift the navel, lift your heart, open up into cobra. Big full breaths here. Root into the legs, push into the legs and the sacrum. Feel that rooting down, and the more that you do, how you can blossom and open more. And so it is. The more contraction that we have, the more we give away, the more that dissolves, the more that will arise, the The more space we have, the more inspiration. One more courageous breath into the wings of your heart here. Big breath in. And follow your next exhale, lengthen forward and come down. Rest your forehead a moment and interlace the hands on your sacrum. Again, really push into your legs, make sure they're stretched back, pointed straight back, and interlace fingers on your sacrum, push it down. Squeeze elbows and shoulders onto the back as much as you can while pushing that sacrum down. Feel how the more you root the sacrum, the lighter the rest of the body may get. And pull the hands back. Reach the hands towards where ceiling and wall meet. Again, keep a little micro bend in the elbows so they don't try to take the stretch for your shoulders. Dip the chin slightly and breathe the back of your neck. Breathe the back of your heart. Let it lift you up maybe a little more. One more breath just like this. And then release the hands and stretch them straight back like you're throwing some Spider-Man webs back there. And let it lift your chest. Squeeze the legs together, lift the legs. And hug in, rise the body off the earth as much as you can. Pressing down through that sacrum. Hold 3 breaths. Legs to the floor, hands under shoulders. Inhale, open up. Exhale, lower down, lift the legs up, pick your hands up. Hands to the floor, lower the legs down, pick your chest up. Big inhale, exhale as you lower down, lift the hands up, squeeze the legs, lift the legs up. 3 more. And next exhale, press on back into child's pose. Push your hips back to your heels. Breathe your back body. Big breaths. In the nose and out the mouth. Simply breathful here, or one more Brahmari, bee's breath. Exhale, empty. Inhale into that blossoming of your heart. And let's inhale, stretch forward, open up. Exhale, lift from the navel. Strengthen your hands. You could stay on all fours, or we're going to come up into downward dog for some hip circles. So as is right for you, all fours or down dog. Claw the fingers to the earth, pull hands towards the knees or feet. Soften the heart down, turn your toes under, inhale. And as you're ready, again, either down dog or all fours, reach and rise that right leg to the sky, bend the knee, flex the foot, press that hip open, open, open. Keep the shoulders as square as you can. Let this circling of the knee be led by your breath, by your core. Big full breaths. And switch directions. Next, inhale that leg to the sky. Exhale, curl in, knee to the nose, and squeeze the breath out. Inhale, reach and rise, that leg to the sky. Exhale, curl in, knee to right tricep, lift it as high as you can, squeeze. Inhale, up and back, leg to the sky. Exhale, leg, knee, cross body to the left tricep or elbow, squeeze. Again, in each location, 3 breaths. Strong exhales. Inhale, leg up and back. Exhale, foot forward between the hands. Pull the feet together, squeeze your inner thighs together, root down into the earth and rise on up. You could bring your hands just to your hips, or when you're ready, arms to the sky. Finding your high lunge, squaring up there, hugging in, shining out. Breathe your heart's yes. Last big inhale, lift and stretch up out of the waist. Exhale, fly the arms down, place the hands. Inhale, exhale, pick that front foot up, lift the knee towards the nose. Inhale as you exhale, step back, plank. Inhale, strong core, long spine and plank. Exhale, shift forward, lower down to the earth or chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, up and back. Downward dog. Bicycle your feet. Wag your tail. Give your head and neck a little release there. Big breath in the nose, pull back from your core. Again, come back to hands and knees if that's what's right for you. Or root your fingers and grow your left leg up and back to the sky. Pull up and back from that leg. Inhale. Exhale as you bend the knee. Flex the foot and press the hip open. Keep the shoulders as square as you can. Core pulling back. Press out through the hands. Breathe 4 or 5 breaths in each direction. Big, big hip circles. Soft jaw. Switching directions soon, if not right now. Next, inhale, reach and rise that left leg to the sky. Exhale, curl in, knee to the nose, shift forward, squeeze all your breath out. Inhale, stretch it up and back. Exhale, knee to the left, tricep, lift it as high as you can. Try to make contact, squeeze. Inhale, shift up and back leg. And exhale, cross body. Again, try to make contact, squeeze. Follow your breath again to each location. Inhale, leg up and back, and exhale, foot forward between the hands. Squeeze those feet together, hug your inner thighs together, and root to rise. Push down, take your time coming up, fix yourself as needed. Find your alignment, hips down, spine tall, breath full. Breathing your body, stretching up to the sky. Hug in to shine out. A couple more breaths here. Last big inhale. As you exhale, fly the arms down, frame that front leg. Hug in, pick that front foot up, pause, inhale. Exhale, step it back, plank pose. Inhale, strong core plank. Move through your vinyasa or rest as needed. Inhale and stretch back, down dog. Exhale and bend deep into the knees, hop or step forward. Inhale at the front of the mat, half forward fold. And exhale and fold. Give your hands a little shake out there, shimmy your shoulders. Give your head a little nod or roll around. Empty out, last couple breaths. And again, let's interlace the hands on the base of the skull. And hug the head with your upper arm, with your arms. Draw the head long, head and arms heavy. Hug the earth with your feet. Lift your arches, knees, quads, navel. Pour your spine forward over the legs. Breathe here. Couple more breaths. Inhale your back body, hug muscles to bones starting in the feet, and begin to roll up. Heavy head, heavy arms, one vertebra at a time. Press down into earth. and roll on up to stand. Take your time at your top. Keep your arms there or reset them behind your head. Press the head back into the hands. Lift the head up out of the shoulders. Open the elbows wide. Squeeze the shoulders on the back. Lift your heart. Deep full breaths here. Breathing your heart's yes. Inhale and stretch the arms up to the sky as you sink down into the knees. Pull the breath down into the bottom tips of your lungs, and let's play with that. Inhale, swing the hips to the right as you reach the arms to the right. Pull the breath into the bottom tip of that left lung. As you exhale through center, hips to the left, arms to the left. Pull up out of that right waist. Inhale and exhale through center. Let your breath lead. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, flow. Last breath or two, get even. Inhale. Exhale, sink low once you're even. Inhale, press and rise, standing back bend. Exhale, float the arms down, neutralize your spine. Follow your next breath. Inhale, open wide and gather up. And exhale, center and focus in. Press into the palms, work the shoulders on the back. Lift your heart right. Slow and steady. Hug in, feet to earth, muscles to bones, everything up and into midline. And pour the weight on over into the right foot. And slide your left heel up that inseam. Right hand to your hip, elbow and knee up. Let's take some circles here. Inhale, open. Exhale, down like a marionette. Elbow and knee move together, making circles. There's a little cross body action there as you come through. Next time you come to center, switch directions. This is a nervous system grounding practice. Can also help you digest food. Food and experience can be digested here. Come on back to center. Grab a hold of that ankle or foot and place it on the upper inner thigh, or touch your toes to the earth. Root down into the earth wherever you're at. Squeeze the sole of your foot and your right leg together. Press once you're ready into your palms, or of course, hold a wall or some furniture as needed. Lift the heart. Engage the core, lift your pelvic floor, lift your navel. So your roots, we're feeling into that root energy of your legs and pulling up from that root energy through your core. Pelvic floor, navel, drawing like a plant, that root energy up through the body to help to stabilize. Stay there as you like, or grow your arms to the sky. Vrikshasana, or tree pose. Squeeze into center. Hands could be clasped or hands could be open. You can blossom out your fingers. You could have a little dancing tree in the wind moment there. Please stay dancing tree, steady tree, or lift in spiral, twisted tree. Opposite hand to that top knee. Other hand could hold a wall or just reach back behind you. Breathe that twist. Draw that front shoulder down away from the ear. Look back. Soft jaw. Come on back to center if you need to. Ground as you're ready to. Ankle over knee. Flex that foot strongly. Sink low, hands to the thighs, long spine, soft jaw. Maybe elbow to ankle and knee and pull the lower back in. You could have your seat on a wall here or on a chair for that matter. Keep the jaw soft and sinking in to breathe your hips. Or if you're so inspired, walk the hands forward just a bit. Hook the toes, claw your fingertips and the knee and the foot. Come up onto the triceps, shift and look forward. Maybe lift those back toes up. 2 more breaths. Unwind, come back into your hip opening. Hug in muscles to bones, roll up, pick that knee up, step wide. Come on down, Malasana, Yogic squat. Any variations of squat? Soft jaw, soft tongue, breathful body. Please stay here longer or press into one arm. Open the other hand, face chest to the sky. Inhale. Exhale as you switch. Follow your breath side to side. Last set. Get the knees up as high as you can on your triceps and squeeze them. Stay there or claw your fingertips. Lift from your navel, shift forward, pull one set of toes, maybe both to midline. Looking forward, hold 3. One more breath. And forward fold, press into the feet, straighten the legs, hug muscles to the bones, give your hands a little shake out, and begin to roll on up. Root to rise. Feel your earth body ground down, all the breath out. Open wide. Gathering up, sky body, drawing this bright, beautiful sunshine down through your mind down into your heart, steady, center, focus, feel that aliveness in your body. What are you directing this energy to? See it, breathe it. Again, muscles to bones and slow and steady. Pour the weight into the left foot. Squeeze to midline, slide the right foot up your inseam. Elbow and knee bend as you're ready. Opening out, marionette. Exhale, close. Next time you come back to center, switch directions for 4. Cross the body with that. So it's the cross the body part that makes this nervous system soothing. Plus the breath, just general coordination. Take your time. The next time you come back to center, pause and set up for your tree. Toes can come to the floor or foot to thigh or anywhere on the leg as long as you're equally and actively squeezing to center. Hug in. Root to rise. Feel that rooting down through your foot. Hug the earth. Pull that juicy earth energy up through your body. Ooh, so juicy. And let it light up your heart. Reach up through the crown of your head. Stretch your arms to the sky. Breathe your tree. Hugging in and holding steady as possible, or maybe bringing a little dancing tree moment into your Earth Day. A little sway in the wind of your beautiful branches. And you can dance with that tree as long as you like. No social distancing required. And squeeze in when you're ready. If you're so inspired, then spiral. And twisted tree, second side. Take your time, reset on the earth as needed. Come back to center when you're ready. Ankle over knee. Flex the foot. Hands to heads of femurs. Push down, long spine. Sink it in. Lengthen the spine both directions. Soft jaw. At any point, elbows can come to ankle and knee, or hands could come to blocks. Seat on a wall, of course, is always fine. Stay with that, or maybe smile it a little lower. Stay with that, or maybe bring the hands to the floor a little forward of you. Hook the knee and toes on your triceps. Claw the earth. Shift forward, look forward. Maybe pull those back toes into your core. 3 breaths. Last inhale as you exhale, step back, moving through that hip opening. Again, rise up, pick up the foot, and step wide. Malasana, yogic squat. Press those thighs wide, whatever variation of squat is right for you. Staying up tall here. Soft jaw. Bowing in more deeply, or rotations. Use that left arm to push the thigh wide. Inhale, right hand, face chest to the sky. And exhale, flow it down. Follow your breath. Side to side. Couple more each side. Connecting earth and sky with your breath, with your movements, remembering yourself as this and that. Let's go ahead and take a little crow here, or crow prep. Crow prep, hands as wide as the shoulders, squeeze the knees onto your upper arms as you push the upper arms back into the knees. That could be enough. Feel how much core work happens there. Or use that strength. Inhale, and as you exhale, shift forward. Claw your fingertips, look forward. Pull your toes to midline, squeeze, straighten your arms, breathful body. 2 more breaths. Stay as you are. Step out, or inhale here and exhale. Fly back through your vinyasa. Exhale up and back, downward dog, strong core. We're going to do a little side of the mat stuff. So reach whatever foot forward helps you open up to the side of your mat that faces your screen most easily. So 1 foot forward. Again, rise up. Square your hips up. Press them down, lengthen up out of the waist. Inhale, fly the arms up to the sky. Same leg as your top arm. Same arm as your front leg. Swoop that arm over, big hug. Back heel can come down if you like. Get as much crossover as the arms as you can and pull the elbows down. And breathe into your shoulders there. Breathe this grounding in this powerful pose. You could stay with the arms like this, so nice and soothing for the nervous system, or bring in some spiral, eagle arms, back of the hands together, or palms, or hold your thumb, whatever you can do, and then make like you're trying to bust the arms apart. Feel how that pull is going to help the shoulders work on the back. And breathe into that stretch of your shoulders. Keep the shoulders descending down the back as you inhale. Lift face, chest, elbows to the sky. Big breath in here. As you exhale, dive in, elbows heavy towards the floor. And that could be more just like a curl in if the dive in is too much. Inhale, lift elbows, face, chest to the sky. And exhale, reach on forward. Diving in. That could be bigger or smaller. Let's go 1 more. The next time that you come down on your exhale, we're going to turn heels in, toes out, and follow the direction of that top elbow. Make some big circles. One more time around. Unwind the arms in center, heels in, toes out. Little swim in the hips side to side. Soften your neck. Walk back towards your front foot, pivot, lizard lunge. Simply lizard lunge here. Back knee up or down is up to you. If you're so inspired, since we warmed up for these arm balances today, if you want to go deeper, you could bring the same hand as your front foot around the back of the ankle and push in, tuck under. Other hand around the front of the ankle, forearm is on the floor. Back knee could be on the floor and you're just going deeper into the hips here. Or work this hold of your ankle to get the knee Back of the knee high onto your tricep or shoulder. Stay here, breathing into your hips, or simply lizard lunge, breathing into your hips. If you're so inspired, hands wide, squeeze the knee onto that tricep, scoot the toes forward, hug in with that other elbow, shift forward, lift the back leg. So you're in lizard, resting, deep hips or arm balance, couple more breaths. Maybe you just step back, maybe you fly back through your vinyasa. Stretch yourself out, rest. Down dog or child. Deep full breaths wherever you're at. Lengthen out that exhale. Whew, where was I? And make your way through down dog to second side lunge. Inhale and stretch back, leg to sky. Exhale, foot forward between the hands. Hug in and rise up when you're ready. Hands to your hips. Square up, root down, lengthen up out of the waist. Hug to center. Breathe your lunge here. You can lower that back heel down at any point. Root the back heel, sinking deep into the front knee. Lengthen through the spine. Soft jaw. As you're ready, arms up, stretch it out. Squeeze to center. Work the shoulders on the back. Big breath. Inhale again, stretch it out as you exhale. Same arm as your top leg spirals over the top. And give yourself a big hug. And pull the elbows down and receive that hug. That's a nice place. Stay there as you like. Or keep spiraling the arms, eagle arms. Elbows up, shoulders down. Spine long, that hug to your core strong to stabilize you. Stay as you like or inhale. Elbows face chest to the sky, shoulders keep descending. And as you exhale, elbows reach forward, elbows down, heavy arms bow in. Move with your breath, couple more like that. And the next time you come down, heels in, toes out, wide-legged stance. Follow that top elbow, cross body. Inhale and open up. Cross it over, reach down, big circles. One more. And take your time. We're gonna come up this time for a moment, unwind. Out into star pose, strong core. Breathful body, feel your strength. Exhale, float the arms down, interlace the hands behind you, squeeze the shoulders on the back, lift your heart, big breath. Soft jaw and tongue here, any edge of back bend. Big inhale as you exhale, pull those feet together and reach the heart forward, dive in, forward fold. Squeeze the shoulders together. Relax your neck, give your head a little nod or roll around. And then heels in, toes out. Take a little swim in your hips in that forward fold. Touching into the earth. Feeling that grounded energy even as you feel the heat and the challenge of the practice. And then flow towards your second side foot, lizard lunge. Back knee up or down is up to your body here. And maybe stay in lizard lunge, resting or rocking it. Otherwise, as you're ready, that opposite hand around the front ankle arm, hand behind that ankle. Hug onto your ankle, press in, and tuck under that leg as much as you can with that arm. Nice big hip opening here. Stay with that as you like. Or as inspired, open the hands, shoulder width, maybe a little wider. Squeeze the knee onto that front tricep, scoop forward, strong core. Bend the elbows, hug in, maybe hook that open side elbow into the side and pick the feet up. Again, wherever's right for you. Lizard lunge, hip opening, deepening, arm balance, last couple breaths. Maybe step back, maybe fly through. And rest in down dog or child's pose. If you're in child's pose, I would suggest at this point resting the arms alongside behind you, maybe even holding one wrist with the other hand onto your lower back. Find the place that's right for you to regain breathfulness right now. Big breaths in the nose and breath out the mouth. Simply breathful here, any shape that's comfortable for you. 3 rounds of Brahmari or bee's breath. You could keep going. I'm just breathing heavy. Breathful body. Slowly unwind. Let me mute everyone. And continue. Thank you. Welcome. Hi, Arya. All right. And let's bring the right foot forward, low lunge, back knee down. We're going to come into what's to a pretty deep opening into the hips, kind of like a pigeon prep. Some call it turbo pigeon. So we're going to heel toe that front foot across the front of your mat and flex the toes back very strongly. So there should be, as usual, 0 sharp knee pain here. If there is, then you could do pigeon prep on your back or modify as you need to. Usually it's relieved at least somewhat, if not all the way, by a very strong ankle so the knee doesn't try to take that hip stretch. Come onto the knife edge of your foot. So flex the foot strongly, toes are drawing back, and just come onto the outside edge, that very outer edge of your foot. Come up onto your fingertips. Actually, babe, we're going to be working towards mellow now. This is like the end. Sorry again. Yeah, so it's going to be a little bit turbo for a minute if you want to rock out for a minute, but just so you know, we're going to ground and I know how you build things. Musical dialogue, excuse me, everyone. Inhale, pull the heart forward, shoulders on the back, and bow in. Inhale, drape up. We're going to make a wave with the body. Keep that ankle strong. Exhale, bow in, lift from the navel round. Inhale, heart forward as you bend into that front knee. Waves of breath, soft jaw, active ankle, happy knee. You could stay with that pulsation as long as you like, or heel toe that right foot all the way over into pigeon. So this could be pigeon with the shin more squared with the front of the mat, or you could let the heel come in a lot towards your seat, knee a little wider than your hip here, even a few inches wider, and really find a place that's safe and happy for your knees. Walk the hands back next to your hips, puff up your chest. Squeeze the shoulders on the back, lengthen your spine in both directions. There's a little hug in with your hips, your booty's engaged, your inner thighs and deep core engaged, all to support that lift up out of the hips, even as you settle into the hips. Stay here, breathful. Or if you're so inspired, you could push into that front leg, lift your spine up. Bend the back knee, open side arm flows back. Hold that foot. If you can, fingers and toes turn in the same direction. Square the chest forward. Big breaths here in the nose and out the mouth. Stay there, or those back toes could come into your antecubital fossa, your elbow pit, and reach that right arm up, and or your front arm up, and maybe hook your fingers and press the head back into that front forearm. Deep, full breaths here in the nose, out the mouth. So, whatever edge of back bendy or quad stretchy pigeon is right for you, or maybe you're just finding a way to be at ease in pigeon. If this isn't for you with the weight on the front leg, you could be lying on your back, ankle over knee. So stay there as you're able to. If you want to get the similar opening, but your knees are talking to you, lay on your back, ankle over knee. You could just pull that foot in here and rock it, squaring that ankle and knee as much as you can. Again, very active ankle. If you want to get that back bendy addition there, similar here, bridging up. So ankle over knee with bridge, breathing your mermaid pose, or at any point, unwind, push your hips back, lengthen that back leg back as far as you can. Walk your hands forward and lengthen your spine out as much as you can. And then you could bend the elbows and stack the hands up or use any props to rest the forehead as you like, as you bow in to Pigeon Pose. What's right for you right now? Soft jaw. Deep, full breaths. Wherever that sensation or resistance is arising, yes, I hear you. Yes, big, breathful embrace. Yes, listening and washing the body mind in breathful awareness. A few more breaths here, 3 or 4. Last big inhale. As you exhale, lift from the navel and drape up. Let the weight fall on over to that open side or bent knee side and swoop the other leg around so that you come into a Janu Shirshasana sort of seat. So bent knee, foot to that thigh, extended leg out. And bent knee, side hand next to your hip. Push down into your feet and let's blossom this thing open to the sky. Arm vinyasa. Every exhale could bring you back down if you like, or follow your inhale and open it up. If you'd rather go into a wild thing or a different, bigger move that unwinds pigeon, of course, you're welcome to. Last couple breaths here. So play as you like. We'll meet back in down dog in the next 3 or 4 breaths. You're welcome to just unwind that and move through a vinyasa. Play with any poses or transitions, moving at the pace that's right for your breath right now. As you're ready, find your way into down dog. Pull on back, strong core, long spine. And grow your left leg up and back to the sky. Pull back with that leg. Inhale. As you exhale, curl in, knee to the nose, shift forward, and land that foot low lunge, back knee down. And let's heel toe that foot cross body towards your other hand. Flex that front foot, strongly draw the toes back, and really get onto the knife edge of that foot with a very strong, straight ankle there. Hands frame the front foot. The front arm is forward of that shin a little bit, so you have room to move there. And inhale, pull back with the shoulders, reach the heart forward. As you exhale, pull back from the navel, front leg straighten a little bit. Inhale, pull back, hips to earth, heart forward, soft jaw, active front foot, moving with your breath. Really soft mouth as you invite the hips to warm up towards pigeon in this way. Please stay with that as you like, or come on forward and bring that knee down to the earth, and foot could come closer in towards your hips here, or if your hips and ankle, everybody's okay with it, then the front ankle and knee squares more in alignment with the front of the mat. Anywhere in between, wherever you're breathful, and you can square the hips up, puff up the chest. If you're going for the quad stretch, likely that front foot will come in a little more. Keep squaring the hips, squeeze to center, puff your chest up. Keep some activity in that front foot so that no pressure falls into the knee, no undue pressure anyways. And keep puffing up your chest with breath. As usual, sound effects optional and amusing. Stay as you like, or press down with that front leg, hand into that leg, push down and lift up. One breath at a time, find where your edge is. When you're ready, maybe open side arm comes up and back, reach for that back foot, bend into the back knee, and square hips and shoulders forward as much as you can. Puff up your chest, big breath in the nose, breath out the mouth. Stay there, or bring those toes to your inner elbow. Maybe reach back and hook the hands. Again, try to square your shoulders up. Big breath. You know where to go if this is too much. Please come to lie on your back. Taking pigeon and bridge variations on the back. Soft jaw, soft tongue. Maybe another 4 breaths or so. Listen in. What's right for you right now? Please stay as you like, or unwind. Stretch that back leg back, push into the toes, push into your hands, lengthen your spine, lengthen back leg back, push hands forward at first, pressing hips back, and then at any point, stack up elbows, fists, props, whatever you need there. Rest your forehead, and big breaths in the nose and out the mouth. Let the jaw be soft. And really let go of those exhales. Use those exhales with sound to release any of the stuff you might be holding in there. Let it move. Give it a sound, whatever sound it has. Any holds in the body mind, they're just pure energy. They may have story. They may have story, and that's okay. If it needs to arise, so it is. There it is. And what does it sound like? What does it look like? How can you fully invite everything to be fluid and a light open to the light of awareness? Full body breath. Please stay longer if that's right for you, or take a big breath. That inspires you back up. Press up slowly and just let the weight fall over onto that open side leg. Slide the other extended leg in a bit, so you're coming into a wide Janu Shirshasana shape. And we'll play with this. Please stay low as you like. Pulse it as inspired, or stay up. Bent knee, side hand just outside that hip. Push down into your feet and lift up and reach to that arm. Big arm vinyasa, maybe floating back down with the arm. Inhaling, open side body, open heart as you reach back. Heavy bottom ear. Oh, nice opening in the neck. A few more breaths, pulsing, playing as inspired. Take your time. Follow your next exhale back down to the earth and weight back. As you come to sit down, bring the feet out in front of you. Give a little windshield wiper with your feet. Release the legs. Soft jaw, breath, full body. Flex the feet right out in front of you. Paschimottanasana, or first Dandasana, staff of life. So hands directly next to the hips. Push down into the hips. Roll your shoulders on the back. Push down with the hands right next to the hips. Lift through your crown. Active toes. Rooting to rise. Deep, full breaths. Full body awareness. Feeling that staff of life. Your body, part of the earth. Your body, a channel for life force. All things arising and falling away through the body mind, through your perception. Stay steady here in Dandasana or waves. Inhale, arms rise up, and exhale, caress that wave overhead and wash over the legs. Draw the wave back along the shore of your legs, up the body. It can be very calming too, to kind of just graze the body with your arms as you move through, sliding through the legs, grounding the legs, sliding up the upper bodies, welcoming big breath into the side body, reaching to the sky. And I would encourage using those puckered lips breath here. So ujjayi, or inhale through the nose and out through the mouth. Go ahead and make the sound of the ocean, and not just because it's springtime and it's time to be playful children like, but because blowing that breath out in that way is going to help to tone the vagus nerve, which you probably know because I say it all the time. Following your breath, waves of breath, ocean waves, washing your body mind, softening, softening your body of earth in a good way, washing away any tensions or stagnancies. Smooth, fluid experience of embodiment. Stay with that pulsation as long as you like, or at any point, bend your elbows, use some props, a bolster, blankets, pillows, whatever you got, and stack your head up somewhere so the neck can relax. You can continue with the ocean or bow into yourself, simply rest upon the shore of yourself. Last couple breaths here. Follow any exhale to drape up, and then all the way through as you move through center. Tilt the pelvis, tailbone up. Slowly lower towards the earth. Lift your heels up. Hover, low boat. Hold your head if you need. Hold the floor or legs as needed. About 4 more breaths. One more breath. At the end of your exhale, pull your feet in, rest your head and shoulders on the earth, and press into the heels, lift up, find bridge, shoulders on the back, spiral thighs in. If you're so inspired, you could come into full Urdhva Dhanurasana here, or full back bend, any variation of back bend, bridge, or Urdhva Dhanurasana. Breath full, about 4 more breaths. Last big inhale as you exhale. Release any binds and ripple on down. Take your time. Once you come back to the earth, step your feet as wide as your mat, knees bent. Inhale, arms up overhead, stretch it out. Nice, yummy. Good almost midday stretch. Follow your breath. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, side to side. Take your time. The next time both knees come to the right, cross that right ankle over your left thigh, draw it down, just pausing here. And we're going to spiral all the way around. So pick that bottom leg up, spiral the legs into eagle legs. So if you can, that top foot spirals and hooks behind the bottom ankle to the inside. Otherwise, just press into the outsides of your calves. And this is totally optional. You could take a really mellow twist, but this twist is so great because it makes the low back very safe here. When we have the legs locked, we're going to land the bottom foot to the floor and then shift the hips to the other side, so that to the side of that top hip shifts way out to the side, and then that top leg comes across the body, and the sacrum is neutral. It's locked in place here. It's perpendicular to the floor, and so the spine is safe, and we're in a pretty deep twist. To deepen it, bring the opposite hand as your top leg to the head of that top leg femur. Push that thigh bone down and reach the arm up. Inhale, long side body breath, and then flow that top arm open out to the side, palm up, shoulder blade down. Doesn't have to be touching the earth, but just scoop that shoulder blade down the back. Press into the shoulder that is more grounded, and work cross body into the other shoulder. Deep full breaths in the nose and letting go, about 5 more. Please stay as you like. When you're ready, unwind. Come on back to center. Hug in at center for a moment and just neutralize your spine. Feel the earth beneath you, the way that you are held, embraced, supported. And step your feet back as wide as the mat again. You could take a few breaths side to side there as inspired, or with the feet as wide as the mat. The next time they both come to the left or your second side, cross that left or open further side over the other leg. Draw it down. Inhale and stretch it out. Big breath. And as you exhale, pick that bottom leg up, spiral the top leg around. See if you can hook your toes to the inside of that bottom ankle. As you're able to, again, any variations of that there or any variations of twist. If you're going for this eagle twist, here we go. Press into the bottom heel, land that foot, and shift the hips to the same side as your top leg. Shift the hips way over there. Let that top leg come cross body. So you can even come to lay on the side for a moment. Take that hand you just moved towards deep to the upper inner thigh. Push the head of that femur down and reach the arm up. Lengthen that side waist. Big, delicious side body length there, and then flow that top arm open out to the side. Lift and turn your head as far as you can onto that ear. Root into your more rooted shoulder and press cross body into the other shoulder. And big breaths. Squeeze low belly, low back together. Using those inhales to wash and the exhales, especially with sound, use that vibration to ring out, to release a little more tension or toxins. Letting go into the darkness, welcoming the new with the turning of this moon, welcoming the new. Breathe your heart's yes. Lengthen the breaths out. Please stay with that until you feel fairly even with the other side. When you're ready, unwind. Come back to center. Hug your legs in. Give a little rock into your back body. Any circles there, knees together or wide, maybe happy baby. Just listening in. What lost shapes or movements do you need to be complete with your practice right now? If there's any discomfort in the lower back, use the therapeutic variations of happy baby to release that. That's hands over the feet or ankles. Use your elbows to press the thighs wide. Pull the knees down at the same time. Press your heels back to the sky. Opposite actions here. Big breaths in the nose. Breath out the mouth. Knees down, heels up, sacrum down, lumbar curve up. Play with those isometrics or rock and roll it. Stay with that as you like, or play with leg extensions. Just listen in. What last movements or shapes would you like to feel complete in your practice? Thank you, body. Thank you, body. Thank you, body. And please feel free to begin to unwind into Shavasana or rock and roll up to sit for meditation. Of course, I encourage both Shavasana and meditation. Just don't want to give you too much still time on the screen for our flow class. So as is right for you, find a final resting shape. Once you find your final resting shape, inhale and hug muscles to bones. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And as you exhale, give your body to the earth. Open your heart and mind to the sky. Again, if there's any residual tension or busyness, inhale, squeeze, 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 gather it up, exaggerate it, and exhale, soften, melt, release into the earth. Feel how you are held, supported. Breathe, blessed. Remember your body, part of this earth right now, healing, renewing, rejuvenating, new life, arising up out of the seed of this shell of constrainment, of this contraction. Brilliant creativity and healing energy, washing through your body mind. into the world, into the unknown, and back into your body, mind. Yes, all things returning, day turning into night, turning into day. Exhale, turning into inhale, turning into exhale. Contraction, opening to expansion, withdrawing into contraction, unfurling back out into expansion. So it is, and so it is, and so it is. Asatoma Sakamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Gently guide your awareness back to your breath. Please feel free to stay resting in Shavasana or meditation as you like. If you're in one now, if you have time, maybe take the other afterwards. Otherwise, if you're moving on into a day, invite your breath to deepen and lengthen. Draw the breath into your heart center and reconnect to your heart's yes to life. Breathe your heart's yes. Let it shine out through your body mind. Imagine all the cells of your body vibrating with your yes. And begin to wiggle and sparkle that out into the world as you spiral wrists and ankles and stretch the arms long overhead. Breathe your body bright. Inhale, full body yes. As you exhale, feet to the earth and roll to one side. Pause on your side with your head close to your heart. Hug into your legs. Thank you, body. Thank you, body. Thank you, beautiful earth body. Inhale, body bright. As you exhale, press into those top fingers, soft neck, extend the top leg, Juripa, back to any easy seat. Take pause in any comfortable seat, eyes closed, awareness inward. Notice your breath, your energy body, the aliveness, the spaciousness. And simply observe the rise and fall of breath. The rise and fall of thought and perception. Rest in this spacious awareness. Or if you'd like, completing with me, exhale and touch the earth again, giving thanks to Earth Mama today, extra special thanks and celebration in this time of renewal. All that we're sacrificing right now for one another, we are also inadvertently sacrificing for this earth. Wow, what a breath of fresh air she's able to take. Seeing the clarity around her mountains and in her waters. Yes, Ma, may this be a great, great blessing. May we learn so much from this time. May we come back with more equilibrium. Follow your next inhale, open the arms wide, gather up energetically, bring your palms together and center to your crown. All the energy of our practice, may it awaken our oneness, our interconnectedness. Hands to third eye center, may we see clearly, knowing beyond words. Hands to the mouth, may we speak our truth. And may we also watch our words. Notice how our words are spells. And some of the things that we're saying are ready to be dispelled. What time is it? What spells would you choose to make right now? What words or sayings are old constructs that could be dissolved to bring more unity, more harmony? And hands to your heart. May we be steady and joyful. May all of our efforts be for the greatest good. May all beings benefit. Exhale and pour your breath out. Inhale, bright hearts, yes, if you will, with me. One ong, one hring, one on each breath. The being and the becoming, the blossoming. And maybe press into your fingers and thumbs and blossom that lotus of your heart, your hands open. Breathe into that blossom of your yes today. And may all that we do be working for this yes. May it be for the greatest good. Let's offer it up, raising that lotus heart up to the sky and let it blossom extra wide all around us, rippling out into the world. And hand to the earth and hand to your heart. Jai Ma. Yay, Mama, thank you. And thank yourself for the way you care for the earth and for your body. I thank you. Namaste, beautiful humans. Thank you for practicing. Thank you for practicing with me. Thank you, Eenor. He went upstairs already, but yeah, lovely to have the music. So I'm here a moment if anybody wants to check in or ask anything, it's all very welcome. Otherwise, I'm so joyed every time to see you. I feel really grateful for your presence. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you. Namaste, Carolyn. So good to see you.
Thanks, Lucid.
Thank you, Rachel.
Thank you, Lucid.
Thank you, David. Great to see you. Thank you, Ariel. Love you.
Yes, I have one quick body question.
Yeah,
That
please.
was so awesome. So
Yay.
awesome.
Yay.
I was feeling it was such a treat to do pigeon in class. Sometimes I do it by myself, but it's the first time we did it in a group in a while.
Yeah, I don't do it a lot because it's a lot of people's knees are just no good for it.
It's so awesome for my body. It's like one of my body's home bases for sure.
Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah.
It's so for whatever tightness is happening with psoas and low back, it's magic.
Yeah.
And I was just gonna ask about maybe like in the beginning, more core. I see that I'm still learning how to find my root lock. and like that very lower ab. Like my body needs more practice there. I think as I'm riding my bike so much less and walking so much less.
Yeah.
And I wonder if there's like even things I can do outside of our time to tone that more. Because I feel when we go into the mermaid, when I start accessing that, there's that psoas, like holy shit. But I see that I'm also, because I'm so flexible, there's so much more I could get if I was a little bit stronger.
Yeah. Okay, that's great. Yeah, so a big one is just with the breath that you can do daily. Like I call it secret yoga, anytime, anywhere. I'm doing it right now. And it makes your eyes sparkle, by the way. So that's just the inhale and really noticing how, the belly wants to get soft and the pelvic floor wants to get soft on your inhale. And then as you exhale, pick that pelvic floor up. Pick it up. Pick it up, draw the navel up and back. So you can feel as you exhale a drawing up and in. And then as you inhale, everything kind of softens and expands out. One of my teachers.
Oh, sorry, Baba. It's a super small motion, right?
Yeah, it's not big like, oh God, I almost peed my pants. Not quite that dramatic, but it's the same thing. It's just a little less dramatic. So yeah, as you exhale, one of my teachers puts it like if you're picking up like a silk scarf from the center, drawing in the way that it kind of drags up. Like if you can think of the pelvic floor like that we're pulling up and in. So there's a hug in and up.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's a good way to practice a little mula bandha.
And it also, of course, ties to love, sensuality, stuff like all that stuff that feels so disconnected right now in the isolation. Like I'm sure it's connected to all that.
Yeah, I mean, so I teach this sensual class on Tuesday nights,
Yes, I want to go when I'm not teaching. This upcoming week, I have one Tuesday night off, so maybe I can come.
Yay, because I do it every Tuesday night now, and I usually only do it twice, but everybody's just loving it and so grateful, so I'm going to keep it going. But yeah, it's really yummy and sexy, and we focus a lot on the pelvic floor, a lot on that sexual energy that's just getting congested or causing people to feel angsty, and just lots of self-touch and self-love, and it's really sweet. But also in that class, I focus a lot on the breath in connection with pelvic floor work. And there's a couple ways to do it, because you can inhale, expand, and exhale, draw in, or you can inhale and draw together, and then exhale, let everything go.
And then
That one,
the diaphragm too, or it's like,
so that's kind of like pulling just the breath down, inhaling and exhaling, pulling pelvic floor up, navel up, bringing the breath together into your heart, which for me feels a little more activating sensually or sexually. And then you kind of bring all that energy into the heart and just hold it a moment. Imagine it just lighting up your heart, and then let it just, that heart's light through the body mind. But for me, if I do that a breath a lot, like I could just totally orgasm. And so I don't do that in regular classes. It's a little more neo tantra for me. So yeah, I'll touch on the engagement of the core, but in the asana practice, it is more helpful to use the exhale with the engagement, because we're often transitioning or closing there. And so we want that strength for the transition or for that hug in kind of thing. Yeah.
I have so much healing to do here. Thank you for being with me.
Oh, you're welcome, babe. Love you so.
Love you.
It's so good to see you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.